Yo, so today I thought I'd talk about one specific character in the Arrowverse. And this particular character, I'm talking about them because in the kind of past 2 years or so, I'd saw them kind of get quite a lot of hate. And to be honest, I honestly don't think that hate was warranted. I mean, they had their fans, certainly, but the kind of when I used to go onto kind of Arrowverse forums, I would usually see at least once a week people giving negative feedback about the character. Not the person playing them, but the character in particular, and I honestly didn't think it was warranted. The character that this is, that I'm wanting to talk about today, was Iris West. For those who don't particularly know, Iris West was a character in The Flash, and she is known, particularly in Flash comics, for being a kind of the Flash Barry Allen's best friend and kind of later his romantic interest. Which, yeah, that seems about right. But it wasn't kind of whenever I would go on forums, kind of I'd see at least once a week people kind of criticising Iris. They weren't criticising the actress, Candice Patton, not by any means. I didn't think she was a bad actress. They just didn't seem to like the character or didn't seem to like her pairing with Barry, which I thought was just kind of a bit surprising. I would see people saying, "Oh, come on, Iris is rubbish. Bring back Patty." Uh, that being Patty Spivot, from who had appeared in The Flash season 2, played by Chantel Van Senten, a name I may be mispronouncing, but yeah. But here's my thoughts about Iris. I mean, yes, people may have kind of their opinions on kind of which romantic interest they like for certain characters, but to me, with Iris, she seems like the Flash's default, which is, I think, kind of fitting. Basically, with some superheroes and superhero comics, you get characters who, yes, they've had kind of more than one romantic interest over time, but then they've got one person whom they're best known with, and the one that they always seem to find their way back to. For example, while Superman might have dated around, Clark Kent might have dated around, but the one person he always seems to keep coming back to in terms of the comics is Lois Lane. That part's a given. Even with Marvel comics, I mean, while Peter Parker may have been known for dating Liz Allen and for Gwen Stacy, and I appreciate any Gwen Stacy fans, the girlfriend whom he's particularly well known with was Mary Jane Watson. So you can see what I mean. You got other love interests who are famous in their own rights, but then you've always got one that they always seem to pair them up with, and that's I think the same with Barry Allen's Flash. I mean, yes, he's had other girlfriends over the years, and in the TV show he's had he had three of the first few seasons: Linda Parks, Patty Spivot, and eventually Iris West. Iris West is the one that you want to see him paired with. I mean, it's like Leonard and Penny in The Big Bang Theory. You know, you can see that their relationship is a little bit unsteady, but then they can focus it in such a way that you want to see them get together. And it's the same for Barry and Iris. The two have known each other since they were kids. They've got chemistry, and you just want to see them get together. I just didn't really see why everyone was suddenly attacking, saying, "Oh, get rid of Iris, bring back Patty," when Iris is the one that's kind of been around the longest, and we want to see them get together with. I mean, Iris was introduced in the comics back in 1956, whereas Patty didn't arrive until 1977. And yeah, with the comics, it's complicated because it depends really on kind of what branch or what timeline that you're in. I mean, with the New 52 comics the New 52 comic that I recently picked up with the Flash, both are included. Only Iris in this kind of one is more kind of like just a best friend to Barry, and also Wally is not her brother but is in fact her nephew, whereas Patty is Barry's romantic interest at that time. But then again, as I keep saying, I didn't think she deserved the hate. I mean, I think Iris, over the past 4 seasons, has gone through quite a good story arc. I mean, Kev, in the first season, she was kind of purely just in the friend zone. I mean, Barry wanted her to be more, but let's be honest, she was in the friend zone, and Yet she was with another man, and he wanted to be with her, but eventually things didn't work out. And then by season two, she was still in the friend zone, but then beginning to realize that she cared for Barry, even though he was dating Patty. And then eventually the two of them get together. I mean, as I mean, the posts aren't quite as kind of plentiful as they used to be like 2 or 3 years ago. Kevin Round series season 2 and season 3. Okay, that maybe people have died down a bit, especially since the Crisis on Earth X storyline kind of officially made Barry and Iris married. Which, yeah. But as I said, as I've been saying kind of constantly throughout this video, I don't think Iris deserves all that hate. I mean, yes, people are going to have their opinions on which romantic interest they want to see the Flash get together with, but then again, that doesn't give really any reason to attack the ones that they decide to pair him up with. I mean, if he had an abusive one, sure, you wouldn't want to see them end up together, but he hasn't. He's had he's had kind of three girlfriends, one of whom is kind of more closely associated with Wally West's version, which you can see probably, yeah, that's probably not going to last. But then you had two, and people are going to have their opinions on which one they prefer, but that doesn't give you any right to attack the other. Yes, people are going to like Iris, but that doesn't give you cause to attack Patty, and people are going to like Patty, but that doesn't give you cause to attack Iris. Yes, people are going to have their opinions, but that doesn't mean you have to attack people for being wrong. If you think they're wrong, that's your opinion. I mean, personally, I think Candice Patton does an amazing job playing Iris, and I do think Iris is the one that I want to see Barry get together with. I mean, they have chemistry. It works throughout all seasons. We've seen it building over the 4 seasons, and it's I just think they're adorable. Nothing really more to say on that. I mean, yeah, basically, as I've been saying throughout this entire video, people are going to have their own opinions, but I don't think people should attack Iris just because they like Patty more. And same goes the other way. I don't think she deserved that much hate. But then again, that's just my opinion. So yeah.